What is up, guys? Anonymous Mentor here again. I just now started learning C++ 3 days ago. This will be my third high-level OOP language, object-oriented programming language. I know Python and JavaScript, which are considered high-level. So while I'm going through C++, I decided I would just go ahead and make videos of what I was learning, and maybe you can learn something out of it. I don't know. First off, in Linux, I'm doing all this based on Linux because I don't know anything about Windows. Alright, so basically what we're going to do is type in sudo apt-get install g++. This is going to be your compiler. Mine is already the newest version. That's going to be the compiler. You need a compiler to compile your code after you code it. So to get started, you can get a development kit, such as I prefer Geany, Geany. This right here is a pretty good development tool. As you can see, it highlights stuff for you and everything. And there's an old program I made right there. Nothing special, but you can also use the terminal, and that's what we'll be doing today. So go to whichever file you want and type in, or directory you want, and type in sudo nano superuser and a text editor. You can use gedit instead of nano, and then the name of your file that you want. Test.cpp. The file extension for C++ is .cpp, so we'll be using that. And then once you're into the file, we'll be using the include iostream header, and what this is going to allow us to do is use the namespace std, which basically means we can use the commands cout and cn, which you'll see what those do here in a minute. What we're going to do is we're going to make a simple program to take some user input, some numbers, and make a mathematical form out of it, or pass it through a mathematical algorithm to give us the answer that we want to get. So to do that, we first need to declare our function, our math function. So it'll be int for integer, because at the end of the algorithm it's going to return an integer. So int, we'll just call it algorithm, or we'll call it algo, and then we'll pass through x, y, and z as our parameters. And we also need to actually define these. They're all going to be integers, so integer x, integer y, and integer z. Alright, we're passing integers through our parameter, so we need that. And then we're going to say return x times y minus z times z. Let's make it confusing. So here we'll say z times z, and then they'll subtract each other. So it'll be whatever x is multiplied by y, and then z is going to multiply itself, and then they'll subtract each other. And then now we need our main function. Every C++ program has to have a main function. So we'll use int main, and this is where we do all of our work, really. What we need to do now is we need to use the cout and cin command to talk to the user and get input. So if we use cout and then quotes, we can add in some stuff that we want to print out to the user to get input from. So we'll say, please enter a number for X. And then we'll use int, because we need to declare 3 new variables to pass as our parameters. So int a cn, and then right here we need this going this way, cn as a. So basically you're saying we're making an integer variable called a, and then when you put cn, that's where the user inputs commands. So they'll be prompted for whatever they're about to input, and then whatever they input is stored in the variable a. And we'll do the same for b and, or we'll make a b and a c for x, y, and z. So a, b, and c will be for x, y, and z. So cout, please enter a number for y, cn, and right here we'll have it as int b, cn, b. I got these all mixed up. Couts go that way, I believe. If not, this is gonna spit an error at me and we'll go back and fix it. I think it's this way, after I thought about it. Alright, so now our third one, cout, please enter a number for z, and then cn, declare our variable c, cn, c. And on all these cn's, we actually need to do a cout end l and a colon. That stands for end line, basically like a break. Makes it go down to the next line in the program, and then we'll have it print out the algorithm. So printing out, and now we have to call our function, our algo function. So algo, and then we pass our parameters as a, b, and c instead of, so x, y, and z is now a, b, and c. And let's save this, see if we did this right. So to compile is G++, and then the file name -o and whatever you want to call your program. And I get a big list of error. And I'm pretty sure I know what this is from. These right here are the wrong way, probably. So, boom. Gotta love it, guys. Gotta love it. And it says in function integer algo int error expected colon before that on line C1 or 7.1, not C1. So let's go to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we needed a colon right there. And that worked. As you can see, test is right here. It says please enter a number for x. We'll choose 10. Choose a number for y. We will choose 5. So that should end up being 50. Choose a number for z. We'll say 3. And it's going to multiply itself, so it'll be 6. So it should be 50 minus 6, and we should end up getting what, 44, 41. Maybe I can't do math. Okay, z and z, we chose 3, so 3 times 3 is 9. I added them. Okay, so Control V O. As you can see, it's a little funky because we got our answer down here, right there. So to stop that, we should have put a break with the cout indel, and we can actually remove these ones. Kind of don't need them. I thought we did. And this will be our first C++ program together, guys. Alright, Control O to save it. And try this now. It works. /test to execute it. 10, 5, and 3. We get the same answer. And you know it works. Keep in mind that how we have the program set up, it's not filtered, so if people type in characters, sometimes it can throw it for a loop if you have a program that's not filtered. So make sure that you filter it out to where if they're entering in characters that shouldn't be entered in, it's not going to throw your program for a loop and go crazy. But this is basically kind of a concept of how C++ works, and yeah, I'll be bringing in more tutorials soon. Alright.